When it comes to encountering this next mimic, know that evil knows no bounds. And in this case, meet the Doar. Doars, or door mimics, are evil, villainous mimics that particularly enjoy taunting potential victims with jokes, rhymes, and riddles. Some Doars are enchanted into simply serving as protective entry points to high profile locations, while others might just be bored and blocking a simple pathway. They have a variety of talents and are among the most dangerous of all known mimics. They are not particularly fond of serving a master and will do anything possible to escape their confinement, sometimes including making potential deals. But beware, they do tend to betray all parties involved. Dwars enjoy having a good time and will do anything to occupy themselves in their solitary positions, and anyone who comes across one, it is best known Dwars should be kept well fed. These guys are surprisingly one of the few mimics with the ability to speak, usually the commonly used local language or a language granted to it by its master. As such, Dwars are known to tease, taunt, and make jokes at their potential victims. These guys have many mouths with varying sizes of teeth and tongues. A known Dwar's tongue was a record-breaking 30 feet when attacking at full range. They have multiple eyes in a variety of sizes and shapes, and the eyes are usually spread randomly throughout the door in places with the mouths, giving them the appearance of sometimes having multiple faces. These guys have bad tempers. Doors are notorious for rapidly getting angry and will attack at a moment's notice or at any sense of danger. They lash out with their tongues in an attempt to grapple their victims and reel them in for a nice tasty dinner. Should a creature be consumed by a Doar, while it is in its monster form, that creature will find itself in a lifeless, dark, unending void. This is believed to be a pocket dimension of some sort, unique to each mimic. The victim will usually suffocate as there is no air or atmosphere in this space. Doars that find themselves in service to a master possess a very unique ability to enchant or charm a potential victim. During this enchantment, the Doar's many eyes will glow and swirl and their tongues lash around in an attempt to entrance and lure their victims closer, or charm them into seeing the mimic as its master or friend. Doors are usually wooden in appearance and take on a variety of sizes and shapes of doors, sometimes with handles, windows, bars, door locks, etc. Tougher Doars with a higher defense stat come in stone or metal door shapes and varying sizes. So, what do you do if you come across a Doar? Well, in the wild, these guys are pretty easy to avoid. Should a random Doar be encountered, it is highly likely they aren't protecting anything of value. They will attempt to con the travelers or adventurers and try to trick them into coming closer, perhaps enticing the party to take a peek at their treasure, or by striking false bargains for items or objects. They, however, hold nothing of value as they are empty voids within themselves and they disappear after they are killed. Objects that enter Doar are very rarely seen again. If a wild Doar is encountered, it typically is best to turn and look the other way. Avoid giving it the opportunity to chat and do not make any bargains with it. If you must fight it, cut off the Doar's tongues to break its immense reach and make your attacks on its potential vital points. The eyes, for instance. Now, should you come across a very charmful Doar, making a deal with them can be tricky. Be sure to use any available senses or sights to determine that the mimic won't betray you. They are crafty creatures, so common sense should be used at all times. Use your street smarts where applicable, and when able, use defensive or threatening tactics to ensure the Doar's promise is kept, as Doars usually value their own lives above all else. And lastly, remember, these guys are very defensive. Many Doars are enchanted servants who serve the menial purpose of being a protective entryway. These guys will appear inert at first, never revealing themselves unless their defensive measures are activated. Like mimics, enchanted Doars with a lock can be opened with a high enough lockpicking skill or the correct key, but bear in mind that some know who their true masters are and will attack anyone else. Other Doars will let anyone enter the domain who can successfully convince them to do so. And some enchanted Doars will reveal themselves in their monster form to an intruder, but will offer a rhyme or a riddle that can be used to unlock them. When all is said and done, remember, these guys are just like any other mimic. they're hungry and they simply sometimes just want a snack or a meal. But remember, these guys are cunning, villainous creatures, and they will do anything to escape their boredom. We thank you for joining us on our second release of our Door Mimic, aka the Door Mimic. This Mimic is a part of a Kickstarter called The Mimics of Malice Mayhem Volume 1, a set of 36 playable monster cards with unique mimic designs and concepts usable with your favorite roleplay and tabletop role-playing games. If you wish to follow us on this journey, you can join us on Facebook and Instagram at titans.dawn and now on TikTok as well. We hope you enjoyed our Mimic. Thank you.